we're in episode 2 of book 2. Thank you for being here. Just to kind of reiterate, we're kind of pushing forward into our new part of our story, and there will be some different changes. I think there's going to be a couple of different ways that we might tell the story. We're trying to do some new things with it, so maybe bear with us a little bit. Technically, I'm not, we're kind of, we're seeing what we can do, and having to be remote still is kind of messing a little bit with that idea, but doesn't matter, because we're going to do it, we're going to be here, and we're going to be awesome. With that, let us begin our episode for the night. You all have rested and woken up the next morning slightly, maybe a little, it's the nervousness, it's the nervousness before a big jump, right? It's, you're about to do something that you've talked about for a very long time, you guys have kind of had to wrestle with in different ways, and today's the day that you're going to do something about it. And the assuredness of sort of victory is not there. It's not even certain what that's going to look like. But as you kind of gather back together in the foyer, it just hits you that, like, this is the chance. This is the opportunity to do something. The hearkening back to something Liam had said once before. Just the idea that there are some things that have to be left for the next generation. Maybe this doesn't have to be one. And I leave it to you. What would you like to do?
I'm assuming we're like assembling out in the courtyard, yeah?
Well, I said for you, but it could be the courtyard. Either way.
Fair. That's where the exit is. Or in this case.
Oh, you're wanting to use the yew tree. Okay. Right.
That's the only large plant we have, isn't it?
It's the only large plant you have at the house.
For
whatever reason, I was imagining you guys would have gone into, like, Sisted or something like that and used a tree from out there, but it doesn't matter.
Or the Anglar Forest.
Let's just go ahead and, like, kick that hornet's nest while we're at it.
Hey, it's episode 2, baby. Let's do it.
The first couple episodes.
The Galaxy Quest dragging mines idea. We just go rush in, piss off as many of the bronze wolves as we can, and just lead them straight into the tower. And just see, you know?
That'd be amazing. Get them all to just chase us into the tree. Chelsea's actually considering it.
Yeah, you saw the look. There's an idea forming.
Let's just get all of our enemies mad at us at once.
I think
there's already a war happening. Why not make it a world war?
Yeah,
world what?
Things are bad. Why not make it worse?
A war. Okay. What would you guys like to do? Out in the courtyard.
Anything we got to do before we do this thing, or are we just gonna jump in and we should be invisible first, right?
Oh, are we doing that?
I don't know.
It was just an idea. I mean,
I do have one question. Is it a particularly bumpy ride going that way?
I don't know. I've never done it before.
Okay. I was afraid of eating because I didn't want to get sick, but...
Are you gonna be hungry later then?
I'm hungry now.
Alright. Yeah, we I guess we don't know what the ride will be like. I mean, so the first idea is we're trying to go straight into the tower, right? And if that doesn't work, we'll try and go right outside the tower.
We'll have to wait a little while, but yeah.
That's fine. I mean, for all we know, trying to go inside the tower, the ward may redirect it and drop us outside the tower. We're not sure, but I don't know how the magics involved work.
Well, part of me wouldn't hate having a chance to talk to Terragard before going into the tower, anyways.
If we are trying to go straight into the tower, do you want to be invisible for it, just in case?
I don't think it'd hurt. It's possible.
No, it's an entirely painless spell. I promise.
I've been invisible before. Okay. Well, I think either way, we just need to take action. If we can get in there, let's get in there.
Alright. So we're all going. Is Panther joining us?
I have to ask if he would like to.
Oh, he's in the. He was ready to go. He was.
Right.
He assumed he was going.
Well, that was my presumptuous of it. Yeah.
All right.
He's
So
here.
we'll need someone to cast a spell on him.
And
so
now
we'll grab Yvonne real quick and then do the thing.
We could also grab Juliet if we need to. She's somewhere around here.
Oh my god, is she still in the house?
Alright.
Well, I was also gonna give us pass without a trace, so I really can't do that, and the invisibility.
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Also, whoever I cast invisibility on will be longer, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not.
No, it wouldn't.
It's because you're not casting the spell. It's a spell. It's basically like a spell effect off of. So I would say it wouldn't.
But I still have to
that.
concentrate on it?
Yeah, the concentration is different than casting a spell, for sure.
So, maybe if I could, like, not cast it, I can make us extra sneaky.
Then we need 2 extra casters.
Well, we have Arc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got
Right.
two. We got 2 people right there.
All right. We'll ask them to concentrate for an hour for us.
So
That
you
should be
get
fine.
Ark and Yvonne out. You kind of explain the idea, and Yvonne's like, "Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I think I had a. I'm really interested in your design, Liam. I might want to understand how you did this for me. So yeah, I can help out wherever you'd like." And Ark says, "This is a strange situation, but I assume that this job will net you a lot of money."
Yes.
Are you just gonna
Yes?
openly lie to this man?
Possibly.
There's
Probably valuable things in there.
There will be money for you when we get back.
Wonderful.
I'm not lying. I will go to the bank. Which I also say out loud.
You're like, take out a little notebook. Go to bank.
Alright.
So Lolly, did you have something?
Yvonne, before we cast invisibility on everyone, in your opinion, do you think that would matter? Wouldn't Kalenth still be able to sense us either getting into the tower or landing near it?
That's a very good point. I'd say theoretically, not knowing the bounds or limitations of their power, it's reasonable to assume that if they were able to penetrate your minds in various different ways that they have before, it stands to reason that if you were to come into the tower, they would definitely have some recognition of you. The difference being, you don't know what else is in the tower. That would be my only point. I'd say you are correct in that it may not do anything, but it may do something. But that's up to you guys. If you wanted my answer, that would be my answer. Is that yeah, I don't think it's going to protect you from them necessarily. I think it would. If it does any benefit, it would be to whatever else might be in there. If there is anything in there.
At this point, I can't put anything else in the wand unless we wait a whole another day. So we have the spells. Nothing else to do with them, I guess.
It
No, I
doesn't.
just
That's a
wanted
great
to ask,
point that
I'm-
Miles didn't think about.
Yeah, there's no downside to it. So.
But it's a good point. It's a good thing to watch out for. Don't rely on it, essentially.
Alright, make me invisible.
You'll make you invisible.
You'll make
Yvonne-
yourself.
Yeah, we'll all cast it on ourselves except for Panther and Nameless.
Ark
who
will
get cast.
cast it on Panther. Yvonne casts it on Nameless.
Boop.
Okay. So,
Alright, let's,
Can't even
Let's-
see me.
You step up to the
I don't know
tree.
where you guys are,
we're invisible.
but I'm gonna do it through the tree.
Let's
So
make
y'all
a
are just-
oh.
Gonna walk through the tree.
Oh,
We
come
have
on.
like
Sit
6
down.
seconds to do it.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
So, I hope you all are near me. Maybe if you like touched my arm or something, I know you're there.
I reach out for her arm. No idea where it is.
Oh no!
Everybody
She's
roll a
also
percentile
invisible.
die.
This
to
is
try
just
to-
this
Oh.
is just like It Chapter 1.
Yikes.
Is it?
25.
5,
65.
65.
My IQ number is 65. My girlfriend.
12.
Well,
55.
Swifty-5. Not you, Chelsea. You're
Go
not
for it,
grabbing
Jake.
yourself.
55.
Right? The 10 is a 10, not a 100
Yes.
on this?
Yes.
Okay.
The 0,
Have it-
0 plus
Is
a...
100.
If you did a 0... No, 0, 0 would be 1 through 9. Then if
Unless
you rolled a 0 on the other die, then that's 100. That's the only way that they...
Okay.
That was gonna be the
I just
last
wanted to make sure
freaking
that my
dice I
low roll
pull
was
out.
correct and that I
Chelsea.
didn't get 102.
Yeah.
You cannot get
Chelsea,
100.
you don't have to roll this percentile. You're not trying to find yourself. This was for everybody else trying to put a hand on you. Basically, you get hands on your shoulder, your waist, and one goes on your head, and that is definitely Philip. But, yeah.
Alright.
Your arm is hairier than I remember. Philip doesn't talk like that anymore. Dang
He doesn't
it.
talk like that.
My Philip impression out the window.
That's actually
I
why
did it.
everybody was
Years.
upset.
I did it. I ruined everybody's fun.
I was gonna say, that's why all the characters are actually upset about this revelation, is that like, well, fuck, I just spent a whole bunch of time working on this.
I spent the whole I spent the whole month developing this impression.
That's what the eye does. Weird.
Okay, we're gonna go through the plant now. Maybe hold your breath. I don't know.
Okay, I do that, I guess.
I
Yeah.
cast it.
You cast it
I
On the
cast
tree.
transport
via
via
plants.
plants.
via plants. It's a very
Vita
special
Vita
breed.
Benjamin.
You placing your hand at the yew tree and kind of the nature of the spell is sort of like permission and sort of like trying to connect the 2 points. And there's this moment where you sort of it's instantaneous and it's hard to like fathom necessarily beyond a feeling. But you feel the roots as if the tree was rooted into the world, and you feel the point on the wastes like zoom across the water to the point on in the tower. You feel it inside this tower, and like this, it's almost as if the yew tree unravels in front of you. The bark and the grain of Jesus Christ, the bark and the grain just kind of like almost tears from itself, not painfully, but just in terms of like the creaking sound and everything. It's almost as if it's opening up into a door, and as soon as you see that door, oh, what's up?
I just am thinking of things that I should have done and didn't do.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 seconds.
That would
No,
be it.
no, I
It would
need
be
an
like-
hour. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
You through the door. It's this rush of, you guys have been teleported before by Barlow Vitagon, and
Yeah.
it is as well as the during the heist. You know, you guys have experienced stuff like this before. This one feels much more like a rush of air, like almost as if you inhaled wrong and were choking on the air. And as soon as that feeling hits, it's gone. So it's more of like a hiccup. It just feels like a... You sort of all come into this space. It's warm. It's humid. It has this grass and greenery throughout the entirety of the floor. It's about 60, 70 feet in diameter. But that's barely being able to determine that, because you see a staircase in front of you. You see a basically like to your left and your right, you see staircase. One's going down, one's going up. And around you, vines and moss and just sort of like, it's a veritable greenhouse. There's bushes, there's many different kinds of plants. There's sort of vibrant petals everywhere. There's kind of like these like phosphorescent bioluminescent things that are kind of lighting up the room. There's also this like a heavy stench to the room. It's just like a pungent sort of lavender-esque smell. Towards the center of the room, you do see this giant, you know, respectively, mushroom. There's just kind of this, it's multi-tiered, kind of an intercap kind of thing, but it's of this like deep magenta, and it has sort of, again, like in a similar bioluminescent pattern. It's kind of just this very slow and the glow inside is more of like a neon green as it like veins through the mushroom. If everybody wants to take a perception check around the room, go for it.
I mean, when you say that, like, how do we not? Hey!
Oh.
17.
Who else?
22.
30, 20.
30-20.
Sorry.
No,
Okay,
no, no.
Well, fuck me, I guess. I thought I did good.
I should just try to say you guys' names also asking for the roll, so that like I have to get back in that habit. It's been a second.
You're just like,
so.
Point, and for
Yeah,
me, you're
point,
pointing like
I
at
know.
nothing. And
I sorry. I just need to get back in the habit.
I felt so good about 17.
You should. What'd you say again, Liam?
22.
22, right. Which is good for you.
And your one eye.
I use a infusion to make it an airsats eye, so it
Oh,
functions
poor
like a regular
Chelsea.
one.
She's got a sneeze coming so bad. Like, it's when the face goes like this.
It was like right there, and it was there for a while, and then it said,
Yeah.
"Nah, girl," and I'm like, "No."
All of you rolled high enough. The light is semi-dim in here, but it's not so dim that you're losing vision, Liam. But it's much dimmer in here than outside. It's full of very different kinds of larger plants that you haven't really seen before. Nameless, chiefly. Like, none of you have seen them, but like even you, Nameless, you're like, that looks odd. There are several of like these red, sort of bulbous, I don't want to say flowers, but what kind of amounts to, enclosed flowers all around. This thing has a lot of plants. You also see a small crop. Like, you see a small place where, like, there's a garden of, like, vegetables and roots and stuff.
I want to go touch the mushroom.
Okay. As you step forward, there's this moment where the vines all around you start to shift. And as you... What's your goal in touching this? Like, what's the attitude you're putting towards touching this thing?
Curiosity, because I just want to know why it's kind of... And I would like to know the energy coming off of it. Like, why is it
Okay. So she steps
doing
forward.
what it's doing?
She steps forward to the mushroom.
And I let everyone know that since we're invisible.
Okay.
Okay.
You hear the voice say something.
I'm going to touch the mushroom.
Step forward.
Okay.
Touch the mushroom. It like shudders. And then this cloud of like a very pungent musk. You can smell like it's that same lavender smell. And you just kind of feel relaxed. You feel safe, and the vines and around you calm as they're sort of hit with this spray. The bulbous pods open up, and as they open up, very relaxed, you see rows and rows of teeth inside the petals of the flowers. All around you, many of these seemingly carnivorous plants sort of just take a moment.
You okay?
I'm so good. But after looking at the inside of all of these plants, I think we should go to
Okay.
another room.
I hate it. I hate it a lot.
Yeah. But like, how are you guys doing? Because I feel totally calm right now.
I think we should. The odds are he's probably higher up. Yeah. If I had to
Do
make an
you
assumption.
mean like physically or like
Yeah, I mean,
spiritually?
going upstairs is probably going to get us where we need to go. I'd assume. Unless he just sits at the bottom by the entrance, I suppose.
When you say he, are you
Or
talking
they.
about Gornal? Or are you talking about Clem?
Oh. I guess it could be either.
I meant in
Yeah.
that moment, which one were you talking about?
Cornall. Yeah.
In the magical spirit vision, they were both up, right?
Yeah.
Let's head that way.
Okay.
I'm starting to go. I'm saying that out loud so people know.
We've just FYI, I did cast it. I don't know if when I said I was casting it, I don't know if we all know that I did cast Pass That Trace. That's gonna help us at all in this situation before we win.
Carefully moving towards the upstairs without stepping on any plants.
Easy to do in terms of like the big plants. There's still some, flowers and the like on the floor. It's a good thing you guys are invisible. Because it could have been really fun. You all head to the stairs that are going up, and as you guys will have a +10 to stealth, but you are invisible as well, so like any visual stuff, it won't matter. It'll just basically be stealth for sound at that point. Walk up the stairs to a door. One of the four of you, go ahead and give me a percentile die check.
One of the four?
One of the four of you. You choose. Whoever's going to open up the door.
I'll do it.
Okay.
You want percentile?
Yes, please.
Okay. So much percentile. 51.
Okay.
If it was a 50-50 chance, just under the wire.
Or just over the wire.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I gotta do.
Depends on what they're doing with the wire. Outside of canceling it, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Is this still going? I've never watched it.
The wire is way over.
Okay.
It's over a long time ago.
I've never watched it.
I don't know.
It's set in DC, right?
Wasn't it
Boston?
HBO Showtime?
Something like that, yeah.
HBO Showtime.
I don't know the two.
All right.
HBO.
You open the door, and it opens to a room that you're like, as you step forward, it is multi-platformed and shifting. Every part of the room is moving. There are basically, like, if you wanted to talk about like a grid map, it's like 5 foot by 5 foot squares constantly moving. You have about a 5 foot straight part of the back wall to stand on, and across from you can see another set of stairs that are heading up.
I would like to close the door and open it again.
We love the scientific method.
You close the door, you open it again, it's the same room.
You just made that call right now. You're like, no, I'm not letting you cheese this. Alright. God. Okay.
Maybe I hadn't thought of that, and I'm like, well,
I
that's
know.
not the magic.
Oh, man. Okay. Now we gotta be acrobatic.
Is there a reason you're opening and closing doors multiple times?
Well, you guys can all see in the room, so it's fine.
Is it a bottomless pit, like?
Mhm.
Well, look at the room that we just came from. Doesn't seem to exist below this, even though it should be there. Which is reminding me of the Hills of Madness. So.
You got something to say, Lola?
Is there like a lever in the room or something that like stops the shifting? Do I see that?
The second part would be conjecture, but the first part, like trying to find a lever, You don't see one on your side, and you don't really see one on the other side. It is also 60 feet away, so it's hard to exactly tell.
This is what I get for mocking the jump spell last time we recorded.
So wait.
Wouldn't it be funny if you had to cast a spell to jump?
Just so I understand, there's like multiple platforms moving around. There's no actual floor?
The
Because
floor,
what Philip said confused me.
the floor is bottomless. It is an empty pit.
In spite of the fact that we just came from the floor below.
But what is in the room are several platforms, like 5 by 5 foot by 5 foot platforms, that are moving around the room.
How far across is the room?
60 feet. I'd say more like 50 because there's a 5 foot lip on your side and there's a 5 foot lip on the other side. So it's more like 50 feet.
And is it like the stairs from Harry Potter where they just keep moving? Like connect? Do they ever connect?
I'd say it's fairly up. Yes, there are times where they do connect, but it's not like they stop there. It's more like, it's just a constantly moving pattern that does sometimes connect.
Okay, well, I think first things first, before anybody tries to get across, we get a rope.
Do you not think it would look weird for floating? I mean, I guess whatever. It would just be some floating rope around.
If a rope is being held between two invisible people, what happens to the rope visibility-wise if it's being wielded by two invisible people?
I'd say you would have had to have wielded the rope as you cast the spell for that to be able to do that. But technically, it's on
like
your
on
equipment,
a person already. Yeah.
So yes, it would stay invisible.
Okay, cool. I was imagining like literally just the parts between the people.
If you had cast the spell and then grabbed a rope that wasn't on your person when the spell was cast, yeah, it would be a visible rope. But I mean, that gets into the situations of like, okay, so if I pick up a torch and I'm invisible, like all of that shit, which is more again conjecture for another time. Like it's not relevant to this one.
Is anybody able to pick out a pattern here, like what the safe way across is?
Can I give that a go?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Nice. 10.
Woof.
Yeah.
Do you want to use?
Oh, flash of genius.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't forgetting it, and
I was forgetting it.
Yeah. I want to make sure you weren't.
15.
You were just deciding not to use it, and not.
Yeah, I appreciate it. 15.
15. It takes you about 10 minutes, just because it's a lot. It's a lot to process the whole room, and you're trying to find because as soon as Philip says that, you're seeing how it starts, and you're like, okay, that's the one. It's like 6 in or whatever. You're like, that's the one where it starts. This is the only thing that actually touches this 5 foot lip that we're on.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes you about 10 minutes to try to like find the path with all the shifting parts. There's a few times where you get flubbed up on it, so you're not 1000% positive that this is the pattern, but you have a pretty good idea that you know how to get across just using those platforms.
Okay. Does the pattern so basically like there's one that at some point like comes by where we are that we could step onto. At some point it'll line up with another one that is like the next step. Do we end up going on all of the platforms throughout the thing?
It didn't look like it. Again, there's not 100% certainty. The two things that you're certain of is it touches the lip you're on, and there's another one on the other side that touches the other side. Right? There's one that actually touches the lip on the other side. So through some of the pattern connections, you're like, it is reasonable to assume that at some point you do get to the other side by trying to do this, but it is still, by looking at the pattern, you're like, it's still going to be tough. It's still like keeping balance and moving on to the spaces to get to the other side.
How far does this first one go across the pit? Like, how close does it get to the other side?
And 10 feet.
It gets 10 feet
So
from the other side?
The pattern is also like this, where it's like, it starts here, it goes here, the other one goes this way, and it comes back. Then it's like, it's not like a straight shot or anything. It's not.
What's that mean? So does it go within 10 feet of the other side, or it only goes 10 feet out from where we are? You said 10 feet.
Yeah.
Does it...
Towards the other side.
Yeah, 10 feet, like 10 feet, like it stays within 10 feet of the lip that we're starting on, or it gets within 10 feet of the other side?
From you.
Okay.
So if
No, it's fine. That's...
I'm just gonna bring this. I'm just gonna do this so that, like, sometimes if you have a question, I could say that's how far, right? Go ahead, Lolly, and then Liam, if you had one as well.
So, would I? Because you said it's 60 feet from, or 50 feet from.
It's more roughly 50. It's like, because there's the 5-foot lips on either side.
So if I spend a key point, since my jump distance would double for my turn, if I use Step of the Wind, would I be able to just jump to the other side, like run and jump
What's
to the
your
other
strength
side?
score?
Not very good.
Because that's actually what determines
It's a 12.
12. Let me
Wait.
double check something real quick.
Wait.
Your strength score is what? I'm sorry. I'm just gonna get this up. The strength score is what, like, kind of determines your jump distance. And
Got it.
but with
Got
with
it.
Step
I thought
of
it
the
was
Wind,
my-
with the thing that you're saying, you can double it. So, like, you have the potential to get pretty close. I just got to double check how much it goes up or down or whatever.
Wait,
So,
what's your run speed when it's doubled?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I'm at walking 50, so 100 feet.
There's a solid wall all the way around this room, right?
Yes. Oh God.
I'm
Well, my next question was going to be, can I just run across the wall? Since I can walk up vertical. But that doesn't really help anyone else, unfortunately. I mean, neither of these things help anyone else, but I could take the rope.
Well, it
with
does.
me.
If you just if you go there with the rope and we all just kind of hold on to the rope, if we fall,
Okay,
we're on
hold
the
on.
other side.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just found it. It was all. Thank you. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet of your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. So, with a strength score of 12, you normally jump 12 feet. Then if you use a key point, 24 feet. Right? That's your long jump is basically ridiculous fucking jump. But
not 60.
But not 60.
But not 60. But so can I run across the wall with the rope?
Yes, you would be able to do that. You can run across the walls. There will be one or two times where you might get hit by one of the platforms, but you can do it.
So, I could potentially take the rope and run across the wall to the other side, if that's something everyone's interested in.
I think it'd be nice to have the safeguard of the rope potentially. In regards to just the attempting to get across for the lot of us, I was thinking I am starting to see the pattern here with these platforms, and I think if I could take a small item, I could basically magical tinker, so they're labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and set them on the platforms as I work my way across, so you know what platform to be watching for that's going to line up, so you know where to step next.
That sounds pretty good.
And if we miss a fumble if anyone misses a fumble, we have Saloli across with the rope that we could tie to the door handle, and Sep could hold. So if anyone falls, you can pull them up.
I assume we're afraid to use the box.
Yeah, I think opening it while we're in here and before we absolutely need to is probably a bad idea.
At this moment, you hear collectively, "Oh yes, I would never use that while you're in this place. Many
Well-
terrible things could happen."
Well, that answers the question.
Yeah.
Well,
Aren't you going to invite us in for snacks?
Why can't you
Not
just
much of a
stop the
host, are
platforms
we?
from moving?
yeah, I don't suppose you could turn this off.
Oh, my dear, I would love to do that. But, well, there's a reason I'm still here.
You couldn't jump the platforms.
Yeah, he's really bad at finding patterns.
There might be
be.
something that happens when we jump on the platforms, you poop.
That's fair.
That's what I'm asking.
Well, no, I don't have to.
Okay, I'm confused. You can't get out of here because you can't stop the platforms from moving, but you don't have to stop the platforms from moving because you can just fly over them.
Yes. Couldn't you?
So then, why don't you just do that?
I could fly across this room. I can't leave. Listen, if you want to talk, you know where to find me.
Well, we assumed it was at the top. If you're at the bottom, now would be a great time to tell us.
Well, I can't guide you. You have to push through. That's
Alright,
as
well,
soon as you enter this space, it has direct control over everything.
well, that answers another question. Alright.
Also, I know
I'll
you were
let you
being
know, that
sarcastic
garden-
earlier.
So, oh, go ahead. No, you ask your thing first.
Oh, I know you were being sarcastic earlier, but can we use the box that we may or may not have?
He's like, oh god. There's a deep, deep laugh, a very hearty chuckle of from Calyph, and he,
That wasn't hearty. at all.
lovely nameless. I know you have the box with you currently. Please, let's not treat each other like idiots. 2,
I should have known.
I would be careful, is all I mean.
I'm assuming that did the box play a role in the construction of this tower?
Well, yes, it did.
Well, that's another question down. So far, I'm on a roll in this room.
I'm
Now,
very
if you can
interested to
serve-
see how you all progress. I mean, truthfully, I wouldn't delay.
Alright, I think it's time we try something.
I am not the master of this tower.
Well,
And with
I
that,
could-
the voice leaves. It's not going to respond again.
Yeah, let's. I mean, okay, yeah. So I guess my plan is basically follow the pattern of the platforms and leave markers on each one, so it's easier to find.
Sure. Easy enough. You could even just leave chalk if you wanted to.
That's
Sure.
fair.
You don't have to do a whole big thing. It's easy enough to make a mark on it.
alright. I only need to get halfway across.
So Lolly, you were still wanting to.
Yeah, so I'll take. I only have 50 feet of rope, so if I could possibly have somebody else's.
Just tie them together again.
Yeah.
We just always leave, one tied together just
We're
in case.
we're really good at that, and I think we should continue that method. It tends to work for everyone but myself. Then I just run down walls, so I'm sticking to Brand. So yeah, I'm gonna tie it to the door. Then I'll tie whoever gives me rope to that, and then I'll zoom. I will dash.
Tying it to the door, I understand. So like you
Yeah.
tie the rope to the door, and take your. You don't have to use a key point either, right? Like you can just use your action to dash. So.
Yes, I can. You are.
Yeah.
I knew that. I was just pretending to see if you knew that.
I just didn't want
on
you to
your toes.
needlessly use your key. Give me 2 acrobatics checks as you're running across. Again, it's feasible for you to do this, but the platforms are moving close to the wall as well, so it's like it's
That
just
one fell
trying to make sure. Yeah, no.
How does a 9 and a 10 do it for me?
All right. On a 9,
Guidance.
you get about way too late
Thanks,
for that.
Nameless.
Way too late.
I
for
wanted
that.
to do it before, but then she left, and I was like, well, I guess I can't now. And I, realistically, Nameless wouldn't see you start going, so...
It's true. You guys are
We're
still
very-
invisible.
Invisible. I probably. should've
The
been like,
the,
"Alright."
the tying the invisible rope was really tough. it was a lot of complicated movements.
All right, is the knot secure?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I hope so.
The dangers of invisibility. As you see it happening, and you're trying to duck under it, and you just don't get to like a kid running under a table, but they just grew up. They just sprouted, and so you just smack your head right into the platform and start to fall.
Are we holding on to the rope?
I'm
Yes,
assuming
yes.
we heard like a.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay.
too. The
All right.
only person who couldn't help is Liam because he's currently on the platforms riding on them.
I feel like a rumble. Like, wait, what?
You hear?
Like that's what actually hits her. She doesn't realize that you're on the platform.
And so the two of you holding onto the rope feel like you feel it happen, and so you kind of 20 feet down. Go ahead and give me a strength check to try
Great.
to hold on to the rope as you're coming from this end and smacking into the wall. Essentially, we're trying to make sure that you're
13.
bracing.
13.
Definitely enough. It's just enough to basically kind of guide your legs towards the wall as you're falling towards it, and you've braced for the impact essentially. And
But I was calm because I got hit by that mushroom, so.
it's an easy climb as well. I'm not going to make you roll for it. It's it's not that far, but you are kind of like as you get back to the lip.
Okay, so that didn't work, but I think I would like to try it again because, I'm not a quitter. If that's cool with everyone else.
Did she take damage? No.
No, she didn't take damage. I figured it was more of it ended the skill check basically
All right.
because of the
But
rope
also, I
as
have
well.
an ability to
wasn't
heal
any-
myself, so I would have been able to help myself.
As she moves towards the wall, guidance.
To try it
You
again.
can. I'm trying to say, you reasonably know where she is.
Can I help you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
May guide.
Thank you.
Guide.
Okay, we're gonna try acrobatics again.
Yep.
You get 1d4 on one of them.
Let me see which one's worse.
If one of them's rough, yeah.
A 13 and a 12. So better.
Jesus.
Yeah, like these gotta be awful rolls because you should be.
So you're holding onto the rope.
I have a +7 to acrobatics, so
Yeah.
yes, Christopher, they are terrible rolls.
Look at her
I
character
know.
sheet again.
I know,
No,
look at
he
her
was
character
looking at
sheet.
his own. He just knows
I'm not
that
looking at
she's
your character sheet.
high
I'm
down.
just like she's dead.
Chris used to look at our character sheets, so he has them memorized.
So, dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
Shame you from your knowledge.
But yes,
I
I
just
should
also
be
love.
acrobatic
There's
as
nothing
fuck.
wrong with looking at your character sheet. God.
There isn't. You free
I
to look at
appreciate
mine
the
whenever you
Character
want.
sheet, not your character.
You can look at mine whenever you want.
I'm
love
begging you
your
to look
character
at my character sheet.
Please, I worked really hard on it.
You skirt under one, and you kind of like you're like okay, and then as you get towards the other side, like you just like kind of like strong arm the last 15 feet and kind of jump off and like land on your side on the other side with the rope.
All right, I did it. I'm on the other side, but not in death. In life, I'm on the other platform. Just for clarification.
Liam, you're still like riding on the platforms. Can you give me a acrobatics check?
Me?
Yes.
Yikes.
For the first half of this journey, you've been fine, but it's getting into difficult territory of like the thing you're realizing as you're pushing through. It's like sometimes this thing hits stuff that you're not supposed to step on. It just goes nowhere. So to actually move forward, there's times where you have to do a little hop, and there's like things that you have to like. And it's not very long jumps either. It's not like so that's why you're not doing athletics. You're having to try to maintain balance as you're moving through these things. That's the problem.
Alright, 13.
Just enough. There's like a. Okay.
Rope somewhere here. No, alright, it's fine. I'm going.
I'll come back to you if I need another one. The two of you back on the other side. Are you doing anything with the other end of the rope, Setlali? Sorry, I didn't hear if you were doing that.
Sorry, I brought Lolly brought her dog, so
Don't worry about it. I don't care.
I guess I will tie it to myself, like my waist. No, that seems like such a bad idea. I'm not heavy enough.
If I fall, that means I'm like taking you with me.
Yeah. I will tie it to the. Well, there's so much left, so I'll tie it to the door, but then still like.
Well, there's
hold
stairs
on.
behind you, so you'd have to walk up the stairs to get to the door, which is fine. You can do that. I'm just letting you know, like that's.
I'm going to do that though, because we have so much extra rope that I will do that. I will walk up the stairs.
Okay.
And tie it to the door,
Awesome.
but then still hold on.
It's a
for,
little,
like, extra.
it's a little weird, like angle.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
So
use
that is what I will
slackline? Any of you guys
Reasonably-
slacklining abilities?
The two of you.
How many of the things have been marked by this point?
He's about halfway.
Okay.
So you could start on the platform and kind of be able to wait.
And there's 50 feet between the one we're starting on and the one we're trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna get on the first one.
It's easy enough. Nameless?
I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you guys.
No, it's fine. Lally tied a rope onto the door on the other side, up the stairs. Philip is starting, because Liam is halfway through the thing right now, so Philip is starting his journey on the platforms. What would you like to do?
I want to wait till Philip goes and the whole way. Because I feel like if Philip can do it, I can do it.
Okay.
You definitely can. Yeah, you're. Yeah.
But, like, I want to know if there's something, like, if it's, like, super, like, you fall or something, like, I could, like, become a bird or something and just fly across.
That's fair.
I love how it had nothing to do with saving
Yeah,
you.
it's like
It was like,
I
I
can turn into a bird and save myself.
I won't see you. I won't know.
I know, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Also, I love that this rope is like just dangling in the middle of the floor. Liam, now as you're at 75, I'd say like 75% of the way through, give me another acrobatics check. These are becoming more complicated. The first half is pretty easy. Like Philip, you don't really need to make any rolls
To get onto the second one?
Yeah, like there's the first half of it is pretty.
How far?
You're stepping on multiple of them. There are like dozens of these platforms. It's not like one simple one and then meeting another one. It's dozens. The room is littered with them.
How far does that get me?
Probably
halfway
like
across the
20
room?
feet. You're not at the halfway point. I will let you know when you're at the halfway point so you can use your fucking Misty Step. Jesus.
You said it got me 20 feet.
You got to 20 feet.
So I'm 30 feet away from the other side.
Yes.
I'm gonna jump off the platform towards the other end and Misty Step onto the other end.
Okay. Jesus. I also love that you had to do the math for your strength. You're like, can I just jump 20 feet to the other side?
Well, I wanted to know like if I'm like 35 feet away, would I be able to jump far enough to be able to like?
No, I got you.
Yeah.
No, it was solid logic, man. So you as you hit that, and you all just kind of hear the teleportation sound, and you see it hit the other side. And Liam, it's at this moment that you're realizing, like, oh, I guess maybe now I don't have to write all of this stuff on the platforms. What'd you roll on the acrobatics check?
I haven't yet, because I'm going to use Flash of Genius.
Okay.
Because my acrobatics is bad.
Oh, I had a great idea about being acrobatic.
Yeah. Get wrecked, nerd. Thanks to Flash of Genius, that's a 19, so...
Oh, yeah. Very well done. You're able to finish the pattern over that next little bit and safely step onto the other side.
Guys, I made it.
I am going to do exactly what Philip did. Because I remember, I too have Misty Step.
Okay. I will point out that Okay, so the only thing I'll say is that Liam has made it to the other side, so you know that he's made the entire sequence to everything.
Do I not have... I don't have... But will that make... How many checks would that be?
Two acrobatics checks is what it's going to be.
Oh. Can I just go halfway and just do one acrobatic check?
No, you would have to do two to get
To go halfway?
No, okay. You don't make any checks for the first half. Then on the second half of the journey, you have to make two acrobatics checks to get to the other side.
Or you can just skip.
So I can't.
Or you can just.
I'm just trying to give myself guidance twice with what I was trying to do.
I mean,
I wouldn't be able to stop.
Yeah, there's gaps between it. Yes, you reasonably could give yourself guidance twice. If that's the question, you should have just asked it that way, and I would have let you know.
I was trying to be smart and logistics.
I know you guys are always like.
She's trying to. She's trying to play her cards close to her chest, man.
You guys are always trying to use
if she tells you.
Trying to like as if I'm trying to work against you.
Yeah, she needs to get the information from you without letting you know what she wants it for, or you'll just change it.
Yeah, literally. You might be like, yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, this room actually has anti-guidance missiles.
Which sounds funny when you think about it.
That's why they made them.
Yes.
13 and 10.
13 and 10. You pass on the first one, and as you're trying to gauge the distance on your second jump, you kind of do it, and it moves just as you land, so you kind of and start to fall.
Can I now Misty Step?
Yeah.
Great. I'm doing that. I don't understand why I couldn't have done that from the beginning, but I did it.
You
I'm doing
could
it
have.
now.
I was trying to save you a spell slot.
I have it for my Fate Touch.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah, it actually doesn't take a spell slot.
All right.
Yeah, come on, Tyler.
I was trying to help.
Come on, Tyler.
Shit.
Yeah, by almost killing me.
Read the character
I can't
sheet,
believe
bro.
you
You guys are on the other side. What would you like to do?
Oh my
Are we here?
Children.
Did we all make it?
Children. I'm guiding
we're-
children through
Yeah.
a maze.
Yeah, look, we're all here. Look, look at all these people that are better at jumping across platforms than Colenth.
I mean, he flies across. They fly across them.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Is that it?
You fucking Misty stepped! What are you talking about?
It's only half cheating. I still used half the platforms. Well, all right. Let's keep going.
Coming to the next door. These are all the first door and the second one seem to be identical. There aren't any identifying markers. They're just a simple wooden door with some iron bands and an iron handle. Yes?
Not to be that person. Panther is not here.
Oh yeah. We gotta get Panther across the platforms.
Unless you're just being kind. I just wanted to make sure that was said, and then you weren't gonna be like, "Well, you left him in that room."
No, I was trying to be kind. I was trying to move on.
Okay, then let's go. Then.
'Cause,
Oh, in that
Like-
case,
you're
yeah,
kind.
take the kindness.
I mean,
Keep the kindness.
he got
Yeah,
he
no.
got
I just
Dex.
wanted to.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
I appreciate you
I was
doing
just
it. I
worried.
just wasn't as worried about like you guys getting him across because of the abilities that you guys have and just sort of the usual sort of methods you guys use. He also could have just like tight-roped across and nobody noticed because he's invisible.
The amount of times that
Cool.
we've levitated Panther across gaps.
No, I also want to say that I grabbed the rope.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's tied. So you would have had to untie the rope on the other side, but sure.
Yeah, then just carry it with her.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we have it in case we need it again.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm done with this room.
What if we get a 51? Until we get a 51 on this one, and it's just the same room again.
Yeah, that'd be weird if I didn't have a way around that.
Yeah.
I shall
Who's
try
opening
to
the door?
open the door. I'll do it. It's another percentile.
Yep.
Okay. Come on, dice. You've all been failing me real hard.
Think-
How does a 96 do it for you?
The thing with percentile is like,
I'm a flash of genius making it 101. I'm just kidding.
like
That's not how any of this
when
works.
it's coming off a table, we have no idea what good or bad numbers are.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a table.
That's why I asked what it does for him. Because we don't have any idea.
I swear to God, if there's like one number that actually puts us in Colenth's room, like if we need like a 27 specifically to get there or something, and we have to go through 100 different rooms just to.
That would be weird, huh?
Book 2, all in the tower, whole thing.
It could
That'd
be.
be an interesting.
Rooms
That'd be an
on
interesting
rooms.
concept, actually.
Is that what if Infinite Train is about? I don't know.
I
Kind
have
of.
no idea what Infinite Train is.
Kind of. Infinitrain is similar to that. It's a rad show.
I want to find a room that is just like a city market. Like,
Oh,
gives
they,
me vague Infinite Impossibility Drive vibes.
Oh, they got a hot
Oh, that
spring.
is weird. Sure. So the dining room that you guys open this door into is lavish, extravagant. It's very like regal. It has again, it's a similar. All of these, the past 3 rooms have been the same diameter though. It seems like they have a confine to the amount of space it can have, but this room is full of food, and it's very, very inviting. It's warm. There's a fireplace off to the left, and on the right there is a sort of trophy wall. But the trophies, like all of the spots are empty. All 5 of them, and yeah.
I'm doing math. The number of party members, the number of trophy spots. I was just checking.
Okay.
Philip, don't eat the food.
I'm actually gonna need, as you guys step into the room, though, I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from everyone,
+4.
and roll for Panther as well. By the way.
Yes, I
will.
Philip,
28.
Liam,
+4, 21.
Nameless.
1 second.
Okay, Set Lolly.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh my god, I cannot do math. What's 19 plus 4?
23.
23. So Panther's at 23. I am a natural 20 with 33. Ho 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 ho!
Well, what you didn't know was rolling high was bad!
Yeah! This is a room where only fools are safe!
Rude.
That actually is a fun idea. That's cool.
Yeah, that's why Calenta's stuck here.
Yeah, he's like, I fucking can't get out of this.
You can't get through this tower. You can't get through this tower unless you have no intelligence, no wisdom, no charisma.
There is a moment where you all realize that like this room attempts to make you stay, and there's this like realization that yes, everything on this table is sort of empty. It's not real. There's something to it. And the door, this time the door on the other side, or like, you know, like, the door is really, like, is placed right on the floor instead of up a staircase.
Like it's going down? Like a trapdoor? An attic?
No. It's still just a regular door. I just mean to say it does. You don't go upstairs to see it. This time it's what would be before the stairs.
Got it.
I just mean to say, like, there is a door guarding with the other side. So.
I prefer we don't stay around the fake food any longer. Just as a personal request.
Yeah, I don't. It seems like we should be able to. It seems like the draw of this room is that it itself is a trap. We should just be able to walk through. Hopefully.
Yeah. I also feel personally targeted by it, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
You should have eaten breakfast.
I didn't know if the plant travel was gonna make me throw up.
I assume we're just gonna like start walking that direction.
Yeah.
As we do, can I look to see if there's any like names or anything on the trophies, like our names or anything?
No.
Spooky. Treehouse of Horror.
No names. There is like
Okay.
there are like there's like a plaque where there could be a name, but there's no name currently.
Okay.
Oh.
Man, how lit would it have been if we walked in here and Kalent was up there? Like Kalent just failed this one. Like, like one day. I was just thinking, well, like if Kalent needs to eat in the tower, like what if they had to open doors until they found a room with food in it? So they're just like running up and I'm like, God, I'm so hungry. Oh, it's the stupid, it's the friggin' moving platform one again.
As you get to the door to try to open it, he doesn't budge.
Oh, beans.
Well, I guess there's another trick to this room.
Can I try to open it and like want it really bad, like with the mansion door?
You really want to open it. You put the same feeling. It doesn't open.
Oh, okay.
Oh, friend.
What's the over/under on just like maybe if we shoot the door it'll open? What do we think?
I would say
Yeah.
I would wager catastrophically under.
Not great. All right.
Yeah.
That's what
You said there was just food in the middle, a fireplace, trophy thingy.
Mm-hmm. It's a long table. There's a big banquet of it. There's many different types of food.
Is there a doormat anywhere?
No.
Is there a flower pot anywhere?
No. The only things in this room are the fireplace, the table with the food, the chairs, trophy.
Is there anything inside the fireplace other than a fire?
Liam, I'm just wanting him to have a chance.
I know.
Take the table. I'm going to break it in half. I'm going to put the two halves together, which will make a hole. Put the hole in the wall and we'll walk through it.
I don't get it.
It's an old riddle.
Oh. I don't don't get it.
You want to explain it? Do you want to say it again?
It's a lost cause.
Yeah. I mean, my main idea is. So my actual idea is I keep going back to that scene in the first Harry Potter book with the potions at the table, and it's like this potion, blah blah blah, and it's a puzzle like that. So I guess I want to look around for any like clues if there's something we're supposed to eat. I'm also, for some reason, I think how I got to the bad table joke that I still think might work. I don't think it might work. I just wanted to. Is my mind keeps going to puns. And, like, is there something on the table that would, like, make sense in order to let us leave? Are there lettuce leaves on the table?
There are lettuce leaves on the table, yes.
Maybe. If we eat the lettuce leaves, it'll let us leave. I don't think this is a good idea. Eating fairy food is bad. But it's all I've got.
You can roll investigation to try to find clues, if you'd like. It's going to take you a bit of time.
I'll do that.
So far, you guys have used up about half an hour of your invisibility.
Is the door where the stairs normally would be, like the exact same distance
Yep.
and everything? Okay.
I rolled a 20 for my investigation.
Knowing that the food is sort of like weird, right? There's something about it you just know that it just seems empty. It almost looks plastic, right? In a way. There's a moment where you kind of can't help your curiosity and you touch one. And as you touch it, it's very wet. And then looking at your fingers, there seems to be some residual thing to it. It's oily and like you touched an apple and it's like red as it's like weird oily liquid on your hands as you do it.
Can Panther try to sniff the air and see if he smells blood?
He sniffs the air and he says, only from the meat.
Alright, so the gun door idea was a bad one. The table joke is a bad idea. The lettuce leaves are definitely a bad idea. What do you guys think the over-under odds are on us being stuck in a painting? Anyone got any anti-painting spells?
I mean,
maybe that means we need to use paint thinner on the door.
I love that idea. Wait, Seth, do you still have that painter's kit?
I was gonna say I do. I do still have that.
Yeah, I'd say
we
you'd have thinner, you'd have stuff, you'd have the necessary tools to do that.
I will throw it on the door, or like I'll take a little bit and like paint it on the door to see if
As you take
happens.
thinner,
There's this epic Mickey bullshit.
the door, the whole section that you just disappears.
So,
You kind of
like disappears, like it's not a door, or disappears like.
Yeah, as you do, it becomes a wall.
Welcome to Disney Channel. Oh.
So, that's clearly not the door. I'm gonna go to the trophy case now and see if maybe that's the hidden door.
Liam, did you have something to say, or can I move on?
How much paint thinner do we have? That's the main issue. We need something to do about this when we run out of paint thinner. Also, maybe we should be looking for stairs, not a door, since we are aware.
Can you fill your alchemist jug with paint thinner?
I don't have the alchemist jug with me.
Oh.
It's long.
But technically, yeah, you could have. I would say also like for the alchemy jug, that would be a thing you could have created.
Yeah.
It's like an oil, right?
How did you forget to prepare your paint thinner before we went on this adventure?
So, Lolly, I'd say you have enough paint thinner to attempt this 2 more times.
Oh, then I'm gonna look for stairs instead. Before I even start painting things.
You're gonna have to make a investigation check, but nameless.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Is the fire warm?
Flash of genius on your perception check.
What does that get me again?
+5.
Great.
I'll ask for that number in a second. Just keep it on your head, okay? It's really funny because your audio clipped, so I know what you said was, "Is the fire warm?" But all I heard was, "Fire warm?" Yes. So it's pretty great.
Sorry, the microphone's down here.
No, don't be... No, like,
it's very funny.
It's just funny. It was just like, I know what you said, and it was great. Is the fire warm? It isn't.
Probably good. I think oil paints are flammable.
Jesus Christ.
But what was your perception check?
A natural 20, and then with the +5, a 27. I'm glad I got it for that, and not for running around a wall.
So we had backup plans for the wall. Like, this is some weird stuff we need to hear.
Kind of noticing what Nameless is doing and sort of checking the fire and she's sort of, it seems like she's kind of messing with it and trying to see if it's warm. There's something that you notice as you're kind of like walking towards, there's this angle that you look at it where it almost looks flat, and then as you take another step it actually has like this like optical illusion effect where like it looks like it's there's angles where you're looking at it where you're like, oh yeah, that's not a 3D object, and it looks like it's going in at one portion. There's like one part that you see
Last Crusade
that, like,
leap of faith.
that you can see like there's a path through.
So I'm gonna try to step on it. I'm gonna go to it and try to step on it.
Well, it's not on. It would be through.
Oh, through it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to walk through it. I'm gonna let everybody know I'm trying to walk through it.
This is just
It
like...
still has like a shape, right, of the fireplace, and you don't see anything beyond. Like it has like a wall. It looks like it like so. As you
Time to paint.
Okay, yeah. As you do that, the staircase is shown to you. The wall is now, the fireplace is now a staircase.
I hope there's
Ta-da!
I hope there's not a lot more paint rooms.
Yeah, I think don't get me wrong, I didn't know that being trapped in a paint puzzle room was on my bucket list. Apparently it was. I was very excited by that, but I think one's enough for me.
I just realized this episode's getting to be like an escape room for Miles.
Yeah, kind of. You step up to the next door, and as the person who's going to open it...
Oh, can I open this one?
Yes, you can. As Liam tries to open it, we're going to go take our break. Hey, everybody. This has been great. You know, this is the thing. I feel really bad. I'm so sorry, Miles. But it was planned. We have to take our break. So, but stay tuned for our second half, where who knows what will happen because only I do. That's the name of our game right now. Aiming down the sights. She's got a gun. And take it to the heights. Now, time for fun. Hi, everybody. We're the
Natural Ones.
We're back from our break, and
I'm about to open a door.
yeah, you want to go ahead and give me a percentile die?
Yeah. Come on. Bend beyond and don't let me
Come
down.
on, all zeros, all zeros.
How's 13 treating you?
Okay. I see you, girl.
You open a door and it's just flames everywhere.
This
That
is
is a
fine.
lucky
It's like
number.
the dog. Remember?
There's a little dog in a hat sitting
Remember
in
the
it. Yeah.
dog?
The mascot of 2020.
You open the door.
It's not 2020 anymore.
You open the door. The room in front of you is full of various sized tiles. There's an intricate sort of mural that takes place over the ceiling, and it just seems to be kind of decorated into different moments of history. You see like the Ascension, you see stopping the Illithid instead, you see a couple other things you're not familiar with, you're not really certain about, but then you also see things like you see like dwarves against a mountain, like
It's a rough fight.
Dwarves are at a serious height disadvantage. Yeah.
But anyway, it's very easily deciphered as like it's sort of a historical mural. But it's interesting to note that like on each of these like different sized sections of the floor, you see Elven script, sort of like written all over the floor.
What does it
What?
say?
It's all just
What is
letters. They're just kind of like the beginnings of words. No full words at all. Just
Name this.
Is that Lolly?
Sorry, I didn't mean to point my finger. That's really rude of me. Do you think if we put the words together, like the parts of the words together, are the tiles movable before I out of character before I
No.
make this plan?
no. They are on the floor. They are.
Never mind. Pretend like I didn't say. I was just saying your name. I just love saying nameless. It rolls off the tongue.
Cool. Inquiry. Is this the room that we were in before?
Nope.
Also, second inquiry. Is it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G through Z? Or
Yeah,
is
yeah.
there an ascension? And are the tiles in descending order?
They're not in any order. They are jumbled.
But
There's-
like, so
there's
like, would it be
also-
like A, Z, R, S, like that kind of thing? Or is it just like... I'm trying to like understand the alphabet in regards to like human alphabet.
Yeah. Think of it that way. It's like that. It's a different script, so it's not going to be A, Z, E, or whatever. But it's what amounts to that, right? Like it's the simple letters of the Elven script. It's jumbled. They're all in different. There's also repeating ones too. Like it's not.
Oh.
It's not just like only one, like the entire alphabet. It's a bunch. It's scattered throughout this 60-foot space. You know, like it's a bunch of them.
So are these tiles laid out like scattered across the floor, or is the floor entirely made up of these tiles?
The floor is entirely made up of these tiles.
Okay.
Are the historical tableaus like in a specific order or just like randomly placed along this line?
There are 7 of them. So that's the biggest order that you can find. Just at a glance, right? Like they just seem to be in a sort of I'm sorry, not. Yeah, 7. In a circle.
I was just thinking about there being some kind of like we have to maybe we step on the tiles in the right order, maybe having to do with the historical tableaus. So I was thinking if we could like walk across the first chunk spelling like Ascension or something like that, but we don't even know the names of all of these historical events. So if that is the solution, we're a little SOL. That's the only idea I have currently. We could see if something happens if we step on one of the tiles.
7 events.
Do you think we could use a lifeline? Like if I phoned a friend, you think that would help? Well, they're not really my friend, but if we phoned someone.
Potentially. I think we should try and get a little more information first. But I think it's not a bad idea once we've reached our investigation's end. Speaking of investigation, I want to see if there's anything in the tableaus that seems like hidden symbols or letters or anything like that in each of the things that we could match up with the symbols on the floor.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
16?
16. Near the center of where these come into play, right, where these kind of like come towards the center of the ceiling, you see 6 symbols written again in the Elvish script. They are kind of like embossed as part of the tableau. They kind of like directly point, like if the tableau is like this, it sits center of each one. There are 6 of them.
Are the jumbled letters on the floor set up in a grid?
It's like a very wonky grid, if it is one. It's not perfect. Everything is uneven.
Okay.
I say Elven script only because like I don't think you read Elven, do you?
I do not. Common, Draconic, Gnomish, Goblin, and Halfling.
Yeah. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Do we all notice that, or just him?
I point him out.
Okay.
As
Does
he
it say
does.
anything?
Yeah. They have the words. Give me a moment to bring it up. They have the words. Gadriel. Illyri. Sorry, Illyri. it's a one. I wrote it and I made it tough. Afiel. Alan. Elar. Mesha. Are the 6. I could repeat those if you want.
Well, I am more concerned. What does the first letter of all of them, just so I like make sure I'm spelling? Hey, could you repeat?
Yeah. Gadriel. Illyri. Oof, Illyri. It's just like it's like
Is that
trying
an
to get
E
it out.
or an I?
That's an I. Illyri. Afiel is an A. The next 3 are A's. Afiel, Alan, Alar, and Mesha is an M.
I spelled Alan like Alan, so I'm gonna remember that, I'm sure. I say that out to people. Do I know those names?
Lolly also?
That's what I was just, because I also read Elvish, so I was gonna ask if I knew what they.
Yeah. You would also recognize it. It's one of those. Well, it's the days of the week.
There's only 6 of them?
Mm-hmm.
But 7 to blows.
The 7th one is Volar.
Can we spell that out with the tiles?
It's tough. It'll take a few checks, but you can notice that with your 2 people who speak Elvish guiding you, you do see script on the floor that spells out Volar.
Maybe that's the safe path across.
Does it go from one end to the other?
I'm happy to try
I like puzzles, you
it.
guys. Let's let's tie the rope to someone. Have everyone else hold it and have them step on that first tile. See what happens.
I'll go.
Okay.
Tie the rope, and yep. Nameless as you step on,
Guidance. Just in case.
As you step on the first tile, you hear a kind of like this very like low tone. Nothing else happened.
I look to see were there any like openings in the wall where an arrow could come out, or like.
You don't see anything on the walls. You don't see any markings.
Do the tableaus change? Anything in the tableaus change at all?
You look up. Nothing's changed from the tableau.
I turn around, give a thumbs up, and go to the next tile. Oh, you guys can't see me. Good job. And then I keep going.
Wait, here. Wait.
Oh.
Here, I'm gonna follow the rope. Put your hand on the rope. I'm gonna hand you the chalk. Circle the ones you go on.
Next one.
Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check. Or, sorry, an athletics check, because it's a jump. You have
Good
to
thing
kind of
I
like...
have guidance.
Thank goodness.
I am
Acrobatics
not-
is the worst.
It's less, yeah, it's like, they're not so small that you couldn't do it, but it's like, it's basically just about kind of like getting to them.
15.
I'd say that would be enough. You definitely... And you're able to get to the next letter of the script. A sort of resonant tone to the first one starts to fill the space. That tone is like consistent. Nothing else changes. The tableau stays the same.
I circle.
Okay.
Guidance. I do it again.
Please make me another athletics check.
Man, yeah, maybe me or Liam should have done it.
18.
Oh well.
But neither of
Why?
you
22.
read Elvish.
Yeah, we would have had to. Yeah,
Yeah, but they could tell us where to go.
I mean, not.
Fine,
not
I got
really,
22.
22.
because we're all invisible.
Circle.
To the third one. And as you land on the third one, yet another resonant tone starts to fill the space. Much like dark crystal, like that.
So.
Nothing else
I
changes in the
circle.
room? Okay.
Guidance.
Mhm.
I go to the next one.
You jump to the fourth one. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Okay, just gotta make like 4 rolls and have them all be good.
22.
Land. A
I
fourth-
have athletics, so I don't know what you're talking
Yeah, I don't
about,
know what
but
he's-
it's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you're an outlander.
You're not a strength.
I'm literally okay. Nameless will have words with you later.
You land on the fourth one. Another resonant tone fills the space. No tableau changes. Nothing else changes. You see the fifth one in front of you. It is within distance of the other side.
I circle.
Yeah.
I guidance. I jump.
Yes.
Love that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where they're all casting guidance over and over again.
17.
Such a
No.
specific reference.
I don't know how I got that number at all. I can't do math. 27.
I missed a whole 10 points.
I did no, so that's what happened is I did 9 but not 19 and I was like
Yeah.
I don't know what math is.
That was great. That's awesome.
I was like that's not what I rolled.
That is definitely not what you rolled really well then. You rolled a 19 and then a 4.
I did roll 19.
And then a plus 4. That's nice.
I did I
her
rolled
her
really
acrobatic, her athletics is better than mine.
Well, she has
That's
proficiency.
fine, though you guys should have gone.
I got a +8, so
As you land on the last, it's kind of gotten dissonant on the fourth one, and as you land on the fifth one, it sort of resolves the tone, and the sound stops. And there's a, well, you guys can't tell, nameless, as the tone stops, everything goes black. You can't see. You can't feel. And then there is just one dot of light that like comes into focus to you. You guys mind muting yourselves or just like not listening for a second?
Wait, what? No!
As this happens,
No.
a voice reaches inside you and just what is your purpose?
To cross the room.
In history, what is your purpose to the world?
I don't know, I'm figuring that out. Trying to do good things, I guess.
There's a moment where you feel in your chest there's just this heat. Feels uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. And then it's gone. And as the light fades, it speaks to you. It says, truth. You have spoken truth. Continue. And you're brought back to your, like, you're brought back.
Is she dead?
You can't tell.
Is she still standing?
You can't
She's
tell.
invisible. Well, I guess if she dies, she's no, because she's not the one who did the spell. Never mind.
No, it is her concentration.
Yeah.
It's a No,
No. It's not hers.
It's not hers. For anyone else, it would be.
She could
but-
be an invisible corpse, and we'd have no idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Chelsea, but you're brought back.
I'm on the other side?
You find that you've like taken the final step without thinking about it.
Oh, cool. I did it.
All right, should we follow?
I think so, yeah. But just be true to your step.
you got it.
You get mad at me for making shit cryptic.
I don't know if the house is gonna be, the tower is gonna smite me or whatnot.
What does that mean?
Are you actually asking me that?
Yeah.
Just be true to your step. Just be true.
Oh.
Honest.
I got you getting this. I like turned to Liam, realize I can't see him. I'm like,
I'm not sure.
All right.
either.
I would recommend maybe doing it one at a time.
Okay.
There's not much room, so you kind of have to.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors for...
Wait.
Yeah, you can just verbalize it.
You hold up the rear, I think, Philip, because you're the strongest and you'll have the easiest time making it across.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Set.
I'll go first. Mostly because I don't want to hear this anymore.
You can make the athletics checks.
Oh god.
That's me holding the rope.
I see.
So first one is natural 20 for 21.
Good.
You jump so good, you shoot past the tile.
That is a second natural 20 for another 21.
It just kind of keeps moving up.
And here's where the fun comes in. A 5.
Altogether? 5?
Yep.
Alright.
I got rolled a 4.
Well, that's the third one, right? That was
Yeah.
the third one you did? Okay.
Yeah, that's the L.
All right. So, hold on the rolling just for a second. As you kind of, and you try to get to the last one, there's something about, like, the way you land, that your feet kind of get to the back too. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, good. Okay.
She's still within 10 feet.
No.
Okay.
That would be a 10.
10. All right.
So I was like, what are you typing? That's just you grabbing dice.
Oh my god, that's so much dice.
Take 12 points of lightning damage as the floor just like sends a current through your body.
Oh, it's gonna get worse every time you go. Oh no.
She will also need to make a concentration check.
Another Constitution saving throw.
Just need another one because you took damage, but the DC is 10.
A Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
You said.
Yep.
10.
You maintain concentration on your invisibility.
That's exactly it.
I'm calm.
You're able to stay on the. You're like the current goes through your body, and you're able to kind of like take the last little step onto the third platform as the note hits.
Is it like a cartoon where when I get electrocuted, they can see me now?
No.
Okay, on to my next two. 14.
Okay. You just barely make it onto this one.
Too bad I didn't acrobatically do it. That would have been so much better. And that is a 19 for the last one.
As you hit the last one safely.
Do you want to mute again?
Yeah. You can also just like, I think you just like deafen if
Yeah, you can hit the deafen button. If
that
you
way.
want.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way you want to do it. However way.
I just mute my computer.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait until it's my turn to go.
Okay. Darkness. Single bead of light drops down in front of you. Says, "What is your purpose here?"
I'm just here to support my friends.
Is death your answer?
Yes, but I'm not going to do it.
You see a small light start to glow from the light and hits your chest. Gets warm, almost uncomfortably so. Gets hard to breathe. And it's done. And as the light fades away. Says, "You are being watched." And you come back. You've stepped onto the platform without thinking about it.
Did you make it?
Yes, I'm here.
Did you step true? Did you step true? What?
I did, yes. Yes.
All right. Was it hard? Should I? It's fine. I'll just
No,
go.
you'll be okay. You're one of the most honest people I know, so you should be fine.
Go ahead and make me some athletics check, my friend.
Athletics check. Yeah, I don't want to. I've burnt so many flashes of genius already. I'll just do it to him. Come on. 16.
It moves you along.
Boom.
Yes, indeed.
21.
Yet again.
11.
Alright. As you hit the third one.
Con?
Yes.
Clay con is something I'm not terrible at.
Big con.
Did you speak too soon?
Oh, I mean, it's not a terrible roll because of my bonus, but it would be. 13.
You take 11 points of lightning damage as the floor hits you, and you just kind of like barely step onto the thing. After a moment, you're able to kind of like will through it.
No, not worth it. Wait, is it worth it?
2 jumps. You just let me know.
Oh, I didn't prep that one? I'm an idiot. Sorry. I was gonna absorb elemental damage or whatever. Alright. Are you kidding me? Cool. 7.
Okay.
Do I got a savey throw again?
Yeah.
It's 21.
Definitely succeed. You take 9 points of lightning damage.
Oof da boof da.
Oof, boof. As you hit the fourth one, you're feeling a little tired, but like you are pressing on.
Let's do it again. Come on. Jump. Oh, critical fumble.
Okay. Not only do you not land the jump, but as you land on it, it pushes you back. Also, I was going to need concentration checks for those other 2 times you took damage for your invincibility.
Oh, yeah.
So let's do that now. Let's do 1 and then 2, and then we'll do this one.
21 for the first one.
Mm-hmm. Holds.
And 20. I have advantage on those. So.
Yeah, you hold, so no problem. As you hit that space, you are not able to keep moving forward. You are sort of planted in place currently. So, give me just a second. 24 points of lightning damage if you do not succeed your saving throw.
Oh, a second critical fumble. The Miles special. 24, you said?
Yes, 24 points of lightning damage. And go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw, or a concentration check. This is going pretty bad.
Yeah, that's like 3 in a row.
22 for that. So
Nice. You keep your invisibility at least.
I'm very cool.
How's it going out there?
You cannot
Great.
speak. You barely. I was gonna say you barely get that out. You're like. "Ah!"
So I can't move forward onto this one, so I'm off of the right tile.
Mm.
Can I guess can I make it back to the last tile?
You're just gonna have to try to break free from the. It's basically like a grapple at this moment, so you're gonna have to try to do it like another.
Am I closer to the?
You're closer to the last one. It's just like now I need a check to try to break out and to push forward.
I am gonna flash a genius on this one.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. I didn't even need it that time. I might have 23.
You can choose to add flash of genius after the roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but my big losses were critical fumbles, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
My bonus is not very good.
You're just able to break free. Like it's like you feel it, and you stand onto the last. And as you're sitting there, kind of breathing through, you're taken into a darkness. You don't have to walk all the way away, you know.
I don't want to hear.
Okay. A light shines down on you. What is your purpose?
In life, or in this room, or in this tower?
Are they not all the same?
Sometimes they're linked. Not always. I will go in order. I want to leave the world better than I found it. The thing we're doing here in this tower makes sense to me as a way not to leave a mess for people who are going to inherit the world from us, like the messes that we've inherited. I want to try and make the world better than it was when I came into it.
The light starts to glow faintly, just ever brighter. You feel a warmth in your chest. You feel it. It's burning a little bit. It's uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. And as soon as it's there, it's gone. And as the light fades, it says, "You have spoken true. Save your world." It goes away. As you come back into consciousness and you're stepped forward.
Well, good. The thumbs up doesn't help. All through, made it.
Okay.
I love this feeling that I know it's not intentional. It sort of feels like when Philip gets nervous, he goes back to his old voice, and I kind of love it. Just
a little bit of a regression. It's like people whose southern accent comes out more when they're angry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Nothing to worry about. Let's here I go. I'm assuming I just saw a bunch of smoke coming up from various places across the thing. I don't see him, but I just feel
there's a couple spots.
All right. 15? 15.
It's enough.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a natural 1 for 9.
We're so great at jumping.
Philip definitely
Who
should
didn't
have
fall
gone
off
first.
the thing? I think it was Nicholas.
Who rolled above 20 all 5 of her rolls?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's fine.
You take oh god, this is hysterical. You take 9 points of lightning damage as you aren't able to. Oh, sorry. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not using that one.
All right.
20.
You only take 4 points of lightning damage.
Oh.
And as you step back onto the thing, you are jumping to the third.
Is he visible?
No.
Oh.
Did I have to do a
You have to do a concentration check, but yeah, sorry, I forgot. Thank you.
It's a natural 20 on that.
Okay, yeah, you lit. Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
Oh, I thought that's what the other
When I
thing
needed
was
what,
for.
like a 9 or an 8?
Sorry.
It's all good. Third jump. Let's do it. Love this. I fucking get it! Okay.
It's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just pocket that 20 from the last one?
No, you had to use it to make your concentration.
I would have. Here's the thing. I would have passed the concentration if I'd rolled a 2 on that because it was such low damage.
Oof.
Constitution save.
Yes.
20.
Alright. So you
Concentration.
Yeah. 4.
15 concentration.
Alright, you take 10 points of damage, and you are still invisible. Lightning damage. 10 points of lightning damage. It was like 21. It was awesome. I rolled so many 4s.
Awesome.
Anyway, your fourth jump.
I don't trust
You're sitting
any-
there like,
I don't trust any of these. Liam made me nervous. 26.
Okay, you
Okay.
you land your fourth jump. This was also where Liam biffed it, so just remember that.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Fifth
I mean-
jump.
Oh my god. 13.
Okay.
Rolled a 5. For a second, I thought it was a 2 again. Because they look similar. Are you? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Chelsea, how do you feel right now?
That's a natural 20 on the
I'm-
Constitution saving throw, by the way.
Cloud 9. Cloud 9. Cloud 10.
This
Natural
is so awesome.
Natural 20 on the Constitution.
Doubt name was again, why don't you?
All right. What'd you roll for the Constitution saving throw?
A natural 20 for the Constitution saving throw.
You take 15 points of lightning damage. Your DC.
It does. It gets worse every time.
Your
'cause you're
DC
charging it up.
Your DC from the for the spell saving the concentration check is 15. You rolled it exactly.
It's a 24. I rolled an
Okay.
18.
Okay.
I'm rolling great for everything except for jumping.
As you're sitting there being electrocuted, I need you to roll another athletics check to try to break out of it to step onto the last step.
Okay, that's the good one. 17.
17.
Yeah.
You're able to break free. And you step on the platform. So it's dark. A light drops down at you, glowing very faintly.
Mm-hmm.
A voice rings to you. It says, "What is your purpose?"
To protect this plane.
What does it need protection from?
My secondary purpose is to figure out exactly what that is. Something similar to the Oath that attack a while ago, but possibly worse.
The light glows very, just so much faintly. Fuck, I keep messing that up. I'm just trying to say it glows a bit brighter
Okay.
in your chest. You feel warmth, but it's more of a heat. It's burning. It's a little uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. And then it's gone. And as the light fades, it says, "You speak true." Find. Sorry, I'm trying to think of it. Find your nightmare, and you come back off the platform onto. And this is also a very interesting experience for any of you because you can't see what anybody's. You kind of hear the tones and you hear this grunting and you've heard all these things. Well, that room was fun.
Yeah, that was great. I'd like to leave this room as quickly as possible. Or I guess we can't see Panther, but
can you make me athletics checks for Panther, please?
Oh, headphones are off. Yeah.
That's why we were getting.
What's up?
We were talking to you guys for a while before we realized that you all had your headphones off still.
Probably like 10 seconds of us being like, "Oh shit!" Like
we're like, guys.
But he say what you said again, just so they know. I'd like to leave this room.
Yeah, I'd like to get out of this room as quickly as possible.
And I was asking,
Seconded.
Can I get athletics checks for Panther, please?
Oh, poop.
Yeah, this one I'm not gonna.
Does he have advantage since he's a cat?
I don't know actually if he has advantage on athletics. He might.
I'm pulling it up now. I'm playing it on the desktop, which is like really super weird for me.
Sure.
Um.
I also have the cards. I could potentially walk over and grab him.
Ninja info cards.
What advantage on what?
No, does he have
Athletic?
proficiency or advantage on athletics? I don't think so.
No, he just has skills on stealth and perception.
Okay, so he's still gonna get whatever strength bonus he has to the rolls.
Okay. 17 for Panther.
Makes
For
it.
the first one.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Alright.
21.
Yep.
Second one.
He gets what, like a +2? A +3?
Yep. I got 19 on that one.
Unbelievable.
Oh, well, I spoke too soon. 4.
Okay.
Aww. That third one's really messing everybody but Nameless up.
Mm-hmm.
I get a +8 and I still missed 3 of them.
I got +6. Like, I should have been better. Oh no, +3 to
Go ahead and give me.
what is?
Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's just Constitution is +0. 13.
So he's going to take. Ironically, he's taking 13 points of damage, of lightning damage, as he steps. So yeah, go ahead and make his fourth check.
Well, he's also no longer invisible.
No,
because I
he's
just rolled
he's not on the concentration on that. Somebody else is. Remember, Ark, Yvonne
Oh,
are the ones who
cool,
have
cool,
your
cool,
guys'
cool.
concentration. So when it comes to invisibility, it's a really weird situation because, like, yeah,
That's awesome. No, I forgot. You're right. Okay.
that might also not be
8.
true. You know, like if you get hit while you're invisible, I don't know if it cancels
16.
it out. 16 makes it.
Okay.
Last one.
Right, strength, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
strength.
Let's do it. Okay. I got worried that it was Constitution.
All good.
Natural 20.
Are you shitting me?
22.
Alright.
All right. After a moment, he steps off, and you kind of like hear him say, "Well, that was."
You're not gonna roleplay with yourself.
We all have to leave and it's just Tyler sitting on camera talking to himself.
Well, I know what is being asked, and I know what's being said. So
Yes.
he stepped off.
All right, let's go. I hated this. This was not good for me.
That was the longest room so far.
Yeah, by far.
Is everybody okay? I can't
I'm
see you guys.
not feeling awesome.
Yeah, let's patch up as much as possible here.
Are you hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very.
Yeah. How much did you take, Miles?
I'm at 27 out of 71. I don't know how much that is. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna dump
You do that
44
addition.
into Liam because I think that puts it. 44 to bring Liam back to full, and then the 11 remaining into myself.
It's close to 2/3 of his HP.
I'm gonna use 2 key points to put 4 points back into myself, just to let you know.
Okay.
Panther, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I it's challenging, but
Oh, I just
I
meant
listened to your-
physically.
this. Oh. Yes, I'm fine.
You don't want any healing?
I don't require it. I'm fine.
Just checking.
Thank you. Up to the next room. What'll it be? Who will it be?
I guess I'm the only one who hasn't done it.
Yeah.
So I guess me.
You also are having the best luck with rolls so far, so let's go for it.
I don't know what that. I
96.
don't know what this means. Okay. 23.
Okay.
That was the door.
Give me like 2 seconds. I just gotta do the math.
Hold on, let me get this build out. I was like, oh.
He turns the table upside down. He's duct taped like an entire like.
Oh, that'd be great.
Isn't that like it's like the asinine D&D equivalent of having the big gun taped to your back?
I'd like to do prayer of healing for all of us, but that involves me being able to see everybody. So while we're invisible, I can't.
Your guys' hour is nearly up. You guys got about
Yeah.
10 more minutes. That room took a bit of time to get through. Come into this room. 60 feet of empty space. A basin lies at its center as the only thing in the room. There is no other door. There is no other exit. The basin itself is stone. It has sort of these little designs along the edge, kind of cherub-like, looking into the basin. Anybody looking at the basin who is proficient in religion, please make a skill check.
Here, you didn't screw me over in the scary room, so let's see.
Yeah, I'll count it. It's basically that. It's
Okay.
not really cocked.
It's what it would have
just
landed on if it wasn't
too
such a big ass.
If it was,
yeah.
if it wasn't a giant ass die.
All right.
Set Lolly.
I looked at my dice wrong. 15.
15. Very nice. It is still a little bit out of your grasp, but it's familiar. It seems to spark something. It's not good.
Ah, yes, my favorite words.
And Philip, what did you roll?
Natural 20 for 22. Or
22
23
or 23?
altogether. Yeah, 23 altogether.
Okay.
Ah, right.
It's intelligence.
Yeah. You you're kind of concentrating on it, and Lolly, you may have like I can't really place it, and as soon as you no, it's not a Cerberus. Oh god, sorry. I blame
Bless
you.
Bless
you.
you.
Because the sneeze earlier, I just was.
I didn't get my sneeze though. So
I know you gave it to me. You sent it to me.
You're a sneeze stealer.
You recognize this symbol. Each god does have their own individual symbol. But when gods are grouped in families, much like the Allfather, Moradin, and all of his sort of groupings, or
His
the
groupies.
Glitter Golds and the Gnomish,
Yeah.
Corellin is sort of Corellin, Groomsh. There's a couple that have like just their own because they're solo. The Three Sisters have a symbol, right? Like they have a unified sort of crest. These are the three lords. This is a symbol of.
Are you okay, Philip?
That was in character. Am I correct in what the three lords are? Meaning they're like the they're basically the bad ones.
They're a stark antithesis to
Yeah.
the Three Sisters.
Stark antithesis.
Yeah.
They're like the rowdy rough boys.
They're like, imagine if
But like still equally hot.
imagine the Three Sisters but evil.
Oh,
Basically.
well, okay. Thanks.
That's all it is. Not necessarily. It's I'm trying to remember which specific ones they are, but like they're literally isn't one of them in the hells or no. I'm trying to remember like
You can. I'd say with a natural 20, you can look at the appendix
okay.
and know and I'll point them out to you. But
Because I remember reading about them, but we haven't brought them up before. It's exciting.
it's in a sheet, not a doc.
Exciting, air quotes.
I'm personally excited about it.
I was gonna say it's
The
not
basin is
exciting. I
empty.
had a feeling that it was bad.
The basin is currently empty.
And the basin is for sure the only thing in the room besides us.
For all as you can tell.
If Set Lolly and Philip know about this, it must be some
The Reds.
god shit.
Things in there.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Why is there so much god shit? That's a Liam commentary, not a Miles commentary.
Yeah, it's Mirkul, Ball,
I don't know.
and Bane.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Man.
Liam. And then I pat him on the shoulder, or I try to
No,
find
Mr.
his
Wilbur.
shoulder.
You pat the air.
And yeah, and they're all.
I pat Nameless' shoulder on accident.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so this basin appears to be connected to the three lords, Bane, Ball, and Mirkul. They're,
Pangolin got in the tree too, but
Pangolin's been here the whole time.
he got put somewhere else.
I as a note, like I pretty intentionally figured this would be rough for him, so I didn't bring him.
Okay.
In case the audience is wondering. I didn't forget about him.
Yeah.
they basically stand in contrast to the Three Sisters, a sort of inversion. They work against them. So that's not a great sign.
And just to sort of like add on to his understanding of like with the natural 20, basically Dolara was one of the ones who helped the Three Sisters ascend. She gave them rights and pathways to achieve their goals.
They
Now,
have rights.
now the Three Lords also took those for themselves, right? So they also basically got this information somehow, in some manner, and used it to do a similar effect, but where the Three Sisters were trying to use the freedom that Dolara gave, like helped cultivate for Lorethia, they wanted to use that freedom to gain power, essentially. Like it's the opposite, where it's like they're giving it back to humanity. The lords they're trying to take it for themselves, essentially, and see what they can do with it. So, while not entirely just sort of like chaotically bound or anything, they are selfish, evil, and decidedly choose things because it benefits them. They're the lord of tyrants. They're the lord of the dead. You know. Like murder.
Is it something as simple as maybe we just like invert the basin?
Basin seems locked to the floor. It seems like the actual like pedestal like seems to be morphed from the floor.
It's fascinating that this is here. The Raven Queen is not fond of the lords. I'm assuming that everything in this tower was put here by her, so there must be something she means to be done with it.
Is it maybe possible that, I don't know, maybe she wasn't the one who put him here?
It'd be confusing. If they had access to the tower, I don't know why they wouldn't. If they were able to create something like this in here, it seems like they would be able to let Kalenth out, possibly. And Kalenth would be...
You're also still under the assumption Kalenth is bad.
Well, no, I'm not under the assumption that Kalenth is bad. However, I do know that Kalenth is not very fond of the Raven Queen. And the three lords would very much like to have tools to use against the Raven Queen.
Enemy of my enemy.
Yeah. So I don't know why they would keep him...
Go over to the basin and investigate it more closely.
Give me an investigation check.
What's the size of this basin?
Is it bigger than a bread box?
About 3 feet.
Okay.
It's a big bread box.
I got a 12.
Not much to see. Basin, empty, cherubs. Sort of 3 of them placed in a triangle.
Thematically, we're dealing with the Lord of Tyrants, the Lord of Murder, and the Lord of the Dead. So,
Ooh.
if that gets any juices flowing,
I take my short sword out and I cut my hand and I squeeze my blood into the basin.
Okay.
I probably may have just fucked us all over, but, you know.
You take 3 points of damage as you slice your hand,
that's a pretty good cut.
and basically, you know, it's
Save.
like
Con save. Con save.
Con save, DC of
Oh.
7. She's
18.
18. As you blood, it sort of pools to the bottom. And there's a healthy amount there.
Well,
I don't know if healthy is the
Probably, you know, it doesn't fill the basin by much. And as it sits there for a moment, as if it just drains. And as it drains, an intricate lattice along the bottom of the basin begins. Sort of just glowing this sort of crimson color. This lattice method this like lattice design is hard to make out at this moment. You don't know exactly what it is, but it's waiting.
what just happened?
I meant to do it out loud verbally, but I forgot we were invisible again. I cut my hand, and I squeezed the blood into the basin.
With
And then-
with the god stuff? Did you hear something? Did you just sign a blood oath with an evil god? What's happened?
What you see is exactly what happened. It
I
seems
know,
like
like-
it's waiting for something.
Does the lattice work seem like unfinished or
Yeah, it seems unfinished.
Okay.
That's why you can't tell.
I can do it again.
I do think blood stuff with dark god shit is like the worst combination, but it does seem to be the answer. I hate this stuff.
I don't know what else we would do.
I mean, I guess you two have gods that you serve, so maybe you're less likely to, I don't know, bad stuff.
If I could, I would ask her how she feels about the situation. But
Yeah, but just like in terms of accidentally signing an oath to a god, since you already have an oath to a god, maybe it wouldn't be as big of a deal.
do I know if this is how people sign oaths to these gods?
I'd say very minorly you would say that like it can be done this way. It maybe has been done this way. It's not something you're very well versed in. It's just something that you would assume is possible. Not everything is signed in blood, but maybe for these it is. Liam, checking out the basin, knowing how much blood you just saw drip into it, and sort of looking at the bottom of the basin, it's gonna need a lot.
Really should have prepped that alchemist jug.
Full of blood and paint thinner?
We're
Like,
gonna need a bigger blood.
it seems like as if you had a single source, it would take up pretty much a single source to do it.
And I think what it's asking for here is a sacrifice, which I'm not here to make.
Yeah, I think if we split up the weight of the sacrifice, it seems to function. I mean, we can test it by putting a little bit of someone else's blood in, make sure it doesn't require it all to be from one source. But it seems like we should be able to cheese it. So we should try. I mean, add more blood to the dark god basin.
More blood for the blood gods.
That's why I don't do god shit.
I do it.
Oh, alright.
Take 3 points damage. And you see it pool to the bottom. And there's no drain at the bottom of the basin either. It just... And the lattice continues further up. It's probably about
I don't.
a third of the way up.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be all from one person.
Yeah, seems not. Alright.
Alright. Well, if well, let's go, I guess. This is
Yeah.
this is what we're doing.
Seems like it.
All
So I
right.
got a knife. I can't really hammer blood out.
Wow, that's crazy. 4 in a row.
3.
3 and 3 to the two of you, if you're both
Oh,
doing it.
okay.
I just mean that was crazy. I just like just like rolling it that many times in a row.
All right. More blood for the blood gods.
It is not all the way done. Even with the 4 of you giving some, it seems like it's nearly there, but it's going to need some more.
I'll do it one last time.
Also, the lattice is starting to make a little bit more sense. It seems almost like a planar map.
Oh. That actually makes me considerably more uncomfortable.
What?
They have a home plane. They're all on Hades. So this instantly, us pouring a bunch of blood into a basin in the center of a planar map for a bunch of gods on another plane. Gods that are renowned for doing some pretty bad stuff.
Calenta's still in this room. They've been here for a long time. Presumably, they've been in this room.
It's possible. It's possible they're not even able to actually traverse through these rooms. They could be. They could be unable to access any of these.
Well, why don't we ask?
There's nothing else in the room, like, at all?
Nope.
Is there anything unusual about this planar map? I'm not.
No. It seems exactly right. Nothing seems out of place.
And the basin is just at the exact center of it.
Hmm?
Alright, well, before I do this one last time,
Hmm.
I want to know if Calentha's been in this room before and what exactly happens if they have. So, I know you're listening. You've been watching us do this the entire time, and I would like an answer to what's about to happen before I cut myself. Please.
To be truthful, there are many floors to this tower. I have been in several of them. I have never been in this one.
Of course you haven't.
Cool. Love it.
It is, it's... Well, let's just say I don't think it was ever built for me.
Everything in here, you wouldn't happen to know whether the three lords had anything to do with the construction of this tower or the rooms inside.
No. They had nothing to do with it. This is her design. She likes it this way.
It stretches the limits of my imagination to think that she would want to create a way for them to come in here.
Well, I doubt that's what the basin's purpose is.
Oh, right. Well, let's do
Is
it.
it possible that maybe it keeps him out?
Perhaps.
Like, we give blood to
I
keep
wouldn't.
them wherever they're supposed to be.
I wouldn't rely on it. No.
Do you have any... I guess the word I'm looking for, the word is theory as to why this would even be in the tower to begin with?
To keep people like you from reaching people like me.
It's each of these rooms has been attacked in a different way. I think this is just another obstacle. I think it makes it. It would be difficult to fill this cauldron if you were, one person by yourself. So I imagine that we just got lucky that we came in with numbers here. That's what I'd wager. I don't think it has. I can't imagine that she would want anything more out of this than being a puzzle. It's unlikely anybody would have ever found this room in the first place.
There's only one way to find out.
Alright. I cut my same hand. A little different spot.
So it's 5.
Ooh.
How'd you get 5 off of D4? I thought you were rolling a D4 the entire time.
Not for that. She's using a short sword.
She's not like hacking it.
I know. I'm kidding. I just.
Alright.
I was. For those, I was rolling a D6. For the amount of blood that you have to
Fair.
get out, that's why I'm rolling a D6.
Fair.
As the lattice around the basin fills in the crimson light fades, you hear bubbling.
No.
Cool. Love it.
If this is a pudding, I'm going to be very upset.
And this basin fills back up. The red, deep crimson liquid as it starts to pool over the sides.
Ew.
I'm just going to step back a
And
little bit.
hits the floor and continues to pour out. More and more it pours. And as it does, it starts to fill there are these slight variations in the stone, and it starts to fill those variations. It takes a moment as it's all filling up. The room itself is another planar map as the blood fills into these cracks in these lattice designs that were imperceptible until filled. And as it culminates into its full, there's this feeling as the whole room just turns, and the doorway that you came in is now grinding along the wall until it does a full 180 to the other side. Stairs leading up.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay. I walk forward.
The last 2 rooms have not been my favorite.
Yeah, they weren't nearly as fun as that paint puzzle. Liam pounds.
At this moment, as you guys walk to the door, the amount of time that it took to fill that room from the basin,
Okay.
your invisibility set roll.
Well,
Oh, hey.
hey.
Do we think that invisibility will be useful more? Because we can do it again.
From what I've seen, the only time it had an effect was that first room we were in.
Yeah.
Outside
Yeah.
of that, I think it depends on
And
what
it's
rooms we
been-
end up going into.
It's been vaguely a hindrance outside of that, so potentially we just hold on to it in case. We got 5 more charges. I'm not sure what we'll do in regards to Panther, but we'll figure it out if we need it.
Yeah. Alright.
Another door?
Another door, another day, another...
Dime, another dollar.
Who wants to roll a percentile?
Do we just go on an endless loop? Do we just rotate around?
I think it makes sense.
Okay. Oh my god. That's actually 100. That's 3 zeros.
Interesting.
That could mean something very exciting or something very bad.
Normally-
or literally nothing at all.
Normally you would think that 100 would be something significant,
You'd think.
but
Who knows?
do you know how rare it is to roll that?
It's pretty
I'd
great.
say the odds are about 1 in 100.
Yes.
I love it. That's so good.
I know exactly how rare that is.
I don't like when he's quiet for a while. Both times that he's been quiet for a while before talking about the door, it's been like the worst ones.
I mean, they can't all be fun escape room adventures for miles.
As you reach for the door, Philip. Turn the handle. You open the door. There's a carpet. Sort of burgundy carpet that leads from the door into the room. There's a grand dresser. Ornate, beautiful. Not a Fran Drescher, a grand dresser.
I like that you knew exactly what I was thinking.
God damn it.
Whoa! Nice. I was just glad he didn't end it. I was sure we weren't gonna find out anything about this room.
So, dresser to the side. It's immaculate. It's beautiful. It's got this like sort of gold inlay over a deep, sort of like opaque black. So it's like gold on black. The carpet then extends forward again towards the other side of the room, sort of tapering out in this kind of a fashion, opening to the other wide side. To your right, there is a bed, 4-post, with these like sort of drapes and curtains over it. There are, on the opposite sides, 2 open sort of windows that can see the outside. There is also an astrolabe. There's a globe off to the right next to the bed. Several different devices of that nature. Stargazing. Along the ceiling you see the constellations, but it's not stagnant. They are moving. They are shifting. Next to the dresser, you also see a sort of workbench, a thing that kind of like has a bunch of papers lined, stacked. Sitting on the opposite side of the room with like a tube punctured into the vein. An emaciated and just sort of stricken, not with old age, but as if it's just constantly being starved, sits a presence of character you can recognize but have never seen before. You've seen through the Mirrorstone, Philip, but have never seen in person. It's gaunt, sallow. Sits Kalenth. He's got this very, it's sort of just like an open bathrobe, kind of like a silk like bedroom attire, and in a very tired rasp, not a voice that you associated with this. Well done, well done. Very weakly kind of claps. Wonderful job. I mean, it's all random. Sure. He tries to like sit up and gets up, and this tube extends into the center of the room. And it's feeding directly into that. It's sort of like a band around him as well, like around that portion, as if it's affixed there. And he says, I suppose we have a lot to talk about. And that's where we'll end it for tonight, everybody.
Yep, that tracks. That tracks.
Thank you so much. You guys could have got lost there for a while.
Yeah.
But that roll definitely took it to the next level. And I can tell you a little bit more about it later. But guess what, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining us on this, our second episode of Book 2. I don't know, man. I guess this has been a long time coming. This is a lot of fun for me. And I'm very excited to see what this means for you guys.
Was all of this prepped like a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
All right.
Some of the rooms changed. Like some of the things, like I got new ideas, or I changed them around, or I tried to fix them better, or whatever. But like, yeah. This was Kalenth a year and a half ago. Yeah.
Okay.
No wonder he's hungry. He's been waiting so long.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.